What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mo Haros, and I'm back with another video. It is the 22nd of December. It's the 1 year anniversary of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. If you stayed the course, congratulations. Thank you, SEC, for protecting us from making some gains. All we can do is laugh at this point, but I think, definitely with all the airdrops that we're receiving, Flare, SGB, XFI, D Flare, Y Flare, Solo, Core, you have ELS, and so much more airdrops that are just coming, and Evernote, and just endless amount of airdrops. It definitely makes you feel a little bit better about this. And, the technicals on this chart also look really well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, guys, know what you hold, and we're here. Long behold, I think that the XRP low is in before we finally take off right now. And pretty much what I want to do in this video is provide you guys what I think is going to happen to XRP, how I've been able to accurately predict what's been taking place. I'm going to show you guys some examples, show you guys why we might reach 125 hopefully by the end of the week, if not sometime next week, and something that a lot of chartists are missing, right? So stay tuned. Let's get right into it, right? Let's just jump right in. So basically, the first thing I want to touch base is, of course, this 2-week time frame here, and looking at the overall picture, guys. I know that it's very easy to look at the day to day. You see price fluctuations, but remind yourself of what's going on here, right? This is bullish as fuck. Any trader will tell you that this overall trend is bullish, and they're fucking crazy if they don't tell you that it's bullish, because after seeing such a massive explosion, seeing a base form, and then obviously these area over here. So let me just kind of draw this out for you. It's like a support region that pretty much, of course, over the course of the bear market acts as a resistance. You see it reject every time, and then after price comes up to $2, hitting this resistance close to the all-time highs, you see it acting as support. And now the 55 EMA, which is gold, is acting as support, and now you're seeing it pretty much act as a bounce region. So it's overall bullish at the moment. And so, yeah, I mean, there's no reason to really be worried if you're holding at the moment. And I just want to go show you guys, why I think pretty much is a big move coming in. And I'm just going to jump into my Twitter here and show you guys pretty much how I've been able to play it myself here. So I pretty much tweeted here, 95-cent scam wick is now possible, and it might be the last time we see that price if the rejection is big. Let me read that again. Scam wick to 95 cents is now possible. It might be the last time we see that price if the rejection is big. At the time I tweeted that, it was $1.07. The reason why I believe that we can hit that low is because there's untapped liquidity on these lows here. And what happens is price always gravitates to where the liquidity lives. In short, if you're not understanding what that is, big money likes to take out people's stop losses. And what that does is it creates like a cascade, and you see those big sell-offs take place because a lot of people's stop losses are getting hit. A lot of people are panicking and selling, and it kind of drops the price aggressively. And so, I said staying patient and managing risk. So what you see here is liquidity taken from both sides, right? Because now, of course, almost a week or 11 days later, because I tweeted this on November 16th. So pretty much 11 days later, I said liquidity is taken from both sides. Time to continue the trend, right? Basically, the price has taken out people's stop losses. All the fear-based sellers that saw that drop and sold into that drop are wiped out, right? And now we're starting to see an uptrend take place, right? Because usually what happens is that in a range, price gravitates to where liquidity is, and then it continues to trend in whatever direction the overall trend is for that specific asset. So in this case, it's uptrending, and then it ranges here, and it takes out the lows, and it's going to continue to uptrend again. That's usually what happens. And that was November 27th. And of course, a month later, now that we saw this sideways boring phase take place here, right? Especially after this wick and all that drama, price is back into the range, and we're starting to go up. This is very bullish because not only did we take out liquidity from both sides, right, on the A and B above the ranges, forming a deviation, but we took out C with a big rejection. This is what I meant. If the rejection is big, guys, the low might be in. And I strongly believe that the low is probably in for XRP for now, before we start making newer highs, right? So I think that we go past $1.05. We might even go up back to $1.25 on this move here before a lot of chop takes place. And basically, it's very bullish. Like, this is extremely bullish. And so, you know, definitely, you know, you got to stay the course here now, is because, you know, we've gone through so much on these in this range here, so much chop. But, you know, the reason why I was able to predict this so well was just because of looking at the market and seeing where BTC was. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, do yourself a favor and follow me on Twitter, because, guys, I'm telling you right now, I had this tweet up since the 11th of September. When I see a big drop coming in for BTC, you know, I can, you know, kind of see where alts are going to go. And alts bleed really hard on these moves downwards, and they tend to pump upwards as well sometimes when price is dropping. And this is when everything dropped really badly, guys, with those wicks. And, you know, we're probably going to see a lower range, but I'm not going to get too much into that. This is a XRP-based video. But now that we're in the range, I believe that price can go up. And I think that one thing that a lot of chartists are missing is the XRPBTC chart, guys. And this is what we're looking at. This, in my opinion, is the most important chart that nobody is looking at. And guys, I can't stress this enough. You know, depending on where BTC goes, because I actually posted a video about this and why I believe $20 to $30 is actually a reasonable target this bull run, right? But there's a big but. That's funny, big but. There's a big but, because if BTC does not go to 70, 100, or 120,000, right? That changes the targets from $20 to $30, because this chart will tell us where the XRP high is in USD when this starts going upwards. So basically, if Bitcoin's at 50K, right, and, you know, prices are starting to go up here, you know, we can use this BTC chart against USD to kind of confirm where we're going to go. So, like, for example, right now price is at 2,000 sats, and this next high is 271% away. So if we go over here and we say, okay, 271% over here, the next high before price stops again is $3.72, right? Now, you know, it could go a little bit higher, but this is an initial resistance, right? It's an initial resistance that happens to take place first before it continues to go upwards. Now, we know that in the previous trends, when XRP starts going against BTC, it goes really fast. So these trends don't last very long. It kind of just starts running upwards. So that's something to keep in mind. But, you know, of course, I think that is going to be important to see where BTC is at the time it goes up, because, you know, it could definitely go back up to its all-time highs right here, because, like, right there, I would say, like, you know, at 24,000 sats, we can touch all-time highs. And that's an 1,100% gain. So that would convert to about a, let's see here, a $12 XRP, right? And that's kind of where that's how I'm going to be looking at this XRP chart. Because if BTC, that's, of course, this BTC chart is heavily predicated on what the price of BTC is, right? That's if BTC says at 48K when XRP starts going. So we have to be very mindful of where XRP is, or I'm sorry, where BTC is when XRP starts going. Because this is going to be where the initial sell-off takes place. This is going to be where the resistance is, and how we can kind of be prepared for when the sell-off takes place. And that's kind of what I'm going to be doing to gauge the top of XRP, as well as looking at price action to see where 5 waves are and using other forms of analysis. Of course, you know, the BTC chart is definitely going to be a heavy priority when I sell off and make that decision to finally sell off a portion of my position in XRP. So, guys, this is really important, because at the end of the day, guys, you know, you want to be looking at as much data as you can. Of course, there's other things, but you know, the BTC chart is definitely very strong. And there's other examples like ETH BTC that we saw, but when it touched 4,000, pretty much the whole entire market crashed, and I shouldn't even say crash, I should say dipped, because basically, where was that? If we look here, let's find that time frame right here. This was pretty much in May, and that's kind of where ETH topped at 4,000. Then we saw that drop take place, and then all alts fell with that. And so, looking at the BTC chart against, whatever your favorite alt of the day is, it's very good because this was a resistance, guys, right here. So let me go back here. This was a resistance right there. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this was a resistance. And now I can't find it. What the heck is going on? There we go. This was the resistance that we saw initially take place. Of course, now it's a little bit harder to see, but you can see it rejects up here and it falls down before this little wedge here, or this running correction started. So, it's very good to look at the BTC chart against your asset of the day, because it does provide a really good picture of what's going to take place. So this is how I'm going to be looking at this XRP chart. And of course, I'm looking here as well for 5 waves, because usually what happens is there's always 5 waves that take place on an asset before it officially drops here, and especially before a blow off top. And usually, over here, we can definitely see like some type of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up before the market completely tanks, and we see the bear market take place. We definitely see here XRP. I can't even break this down for 5 waves. But what I do know is that in every single 5-wave sequence, wave 3 is the strongest. So I don't see any strong movements here. So that's the funny part to me. Like, this could be the beginning of a wave 3 where price just rips. Like, I'm talking about melt faces off up to $3 easily. And I know that sounds crazy right now, but something like that would need to take place based off some type of news or a settlement versus Ripple and SEC. So I'm definitely keeping my eyes peeled on that, and it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because lows have been tapped, and this range looks very good, and so I'm very bullish, guys. I mean, I can't really stress it enough. Price is very bullish, and we're gonna have to take it step by step here, and of course, level by level. That's the best way to play it, because if some type of new data comes out, guys, we have to plan accordingly. We cannot just be feeding off of hopium, right? When I was talking about XRP falling to 95 cents here, I've been a holder of XRP for God knows how long, over 5 years, right? Do you think I wanted to see it fall 95 cents? No, right? But that is the chart. That is what the chart is telling us. This is what is screaming to me, because this is, how the market works. Just because you have emotion to it does not mean that it's going to go how you want it. It's going to go however, wherever liquidity is, right? Wherever people get tired and impatient, and it's just going to take you out. It's going to stop you out no matter what the hell you think is going to happen, right? And did a poor job explaining it there, but price and all this stuff is, of course, liquidity hunting and taking people out, getting them impatient, and so on and so forth, right? I mean, there's a famous quote by Warren Buffett, right? It's the transfer of wealth is from the impatient to the patient, and this is like the ultimate test, right, guys? Price is super suppressed. All alts are literally melting faces off, right? You just saw Luna making a crazy run, and AVAX and all these other platforms or other cryptos running like crazy, and over here we're just watching XRP go sideways. So it is the ultimate test, right, guys? But fear not, the strong will prevail, guys. I mean, XRP is a very strong digital asset, and there's not one day that I go and I am scared of anything crazy happening, because the XRP army is way too strong, guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is a very strong chart. I do see us back at around 125, hopefully by the end of the month, hopefully. And I do think that the lows are in, because on this chart here, this blue box is actually a 2-week demand zone. So that's kind of why I said we might see a scam wick. And I didn't know we are going to go that low. Of course, we can't know where this wick is going to stop. But I did see that a drop below here was going to take place. And, of course, wick. But this is just a result of how many stop losses. And people were scared. And that's kind of what made this wick happen. And it looks like such a big cascade here before coming back up. And this is exactly what you want to see after a wick like that, right? This is the beauty that you want to see before price starts melting faces off. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just literally time to just chill and watch. I mean, that's kind of what it is here, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic night. I know the holidays are around the corner, so I hope you guys all have a happy holidays and a happy new year, guys. And I'm going to cap off this video with my favorite quote. If you're holding, keep hodling. And I'm going to see you guys next time. And as always, hodl, hodl, hodl. Peace.